In the deepest darkness on Earth, where the sun has never reached, a single light appears. Then another, then another. Tiny sparks drift through the black, like stars underwater. We grew up believing the deep sea is a place of total darkness. It is not. Down here, the animals learn to make their own light. This is called bioluminescence, living light, and it is not a rare trick. In the deep ocean, it may be the most common language on the planet. By some estimates, up to 90% of the animals in the open deep sea can glow. To understand why, we have to leave the sunlight behind. At 200 meters, the ocean begins to turn blue and dim. At 1,000 meters, sunlight is gone. From here to the sea floor, almost every flash you see is alive. The light comes from chemistry. A molecule called luciferin reacts with oxygen, usually helped by an enzyme called luciferase. The result is cold light, bright, efficient, and almost heatless. A living signal that can burn in freezing water without wasting energy. And almost all of it is blue. Blue light travels farther through seawater than any other visible color, so in the deep, blue becomes the color of survival. Green works in some places. Red is rare. To most deep-sea animals, red is almost invisible. That single fact turns light into camouflage. Seen from below, an animal crossing overhead becomes a dark silhouette against the faint glow from the surface. So many fish and squid grow tiny lights on their bellies, matching the light above them. They disappear by glowing. Scientists call it counter-illumination. It is one of the strangest ideas in nature. If you want to hide in darkness, make yourself shine at exactly the right brightness. Too dim, and you become a shadow. Too bright, and you become a target. Other animals use light in the opposite way. They turn it into a trap. A lure glows in the black, small and harmless, like a floating meal. Something curious moves closer. Then the mouth behind the light opens. The anglerfish is the famous example. But the deep sea is full of hunters that use glow, flash, or reflection to create a lie. Down here, where food may be separated by miles and months, a tiny light can be the difference between starving and surviving. Some predators go even further. Dragonfish can produce red light from organs beneath their eyes. Most deep-sea animals cannot see red well, so the dragonfish swims with a searchlight its prey may never notice. It is hunting with an invisible beam. But bioluminescence is not only used by hunters. Sometimes it is a scream. When certain jellyfish are attacked, they release a burst of spinning blue light. The animal is not trying to look pretty. It is calling something bigger. Scientists call this the burglar alarm. The jellyfish lights up the scene so a larger predator can find the attacker. It is a desperate strategy. If something is eating you, summon something that might eat it. Some creatures throw their light away. A deep-sea shrimp can spit a glowing cloud into the water, a burst of blue fire that hangs behind it like smoke. For a moment, the attacker sees only light. The shrimp vanishes into the black. The vampire squid does something even stranger. It cannot make ink like a shallow water squid. Instead, when threatened, it can release glowing mucus from the tips of its arms, a curtain of light drifting between the squid and whatever is chasing it. And then there are the animals that use light to speak. Flashes, pulses, rows, and patterns can help them recognize their own species in a world where a mate might be hundreds of meters away or lost in a cloud of drifting marine snow. Imagine trying to find another creature like yourself in a black ocean, bigger than every forest, desert, and mountain range on land combined. A flash pattern becomes an address. A glow becomes a name. A rhythm becomes a question. The shapes are endless. Comb jellies ripple with rainbow bands. Siphonophores trail glowing chains through the water. Tiny crustaceans flash and vanish. Worms, octopuses, fish, and jellyfish all write their own messages into the dark. One of the most important glowing animals is also one most people never see. The lanternfish is small, but there may be billions upon billions of them. Their bodies are marked with rows of photophores, tiny light organs arranged like code. Every night, lanternfish and countless other animals rise toward the surface to feed. Before dawn, they sink back down. It is the largest migration on Earth, happening in silence, every single night beneath the waves. That migration moves carbon, feeds predators, and connects the surface ocean to the abyss. It also carries living light up and down through the water column, a hidden city of signals rising after sunset, then disappearing before most of us wake up. Bioluminescence even reaches the shore. Near the surface, tiny organisms called dinoflagellates can light up when disturbed. A wave breaks, a boat passes, a hand moves through the water, and the sea flashes electric blue. That glow may look magical, but it is still defense. A tiny organism lights up when touched, revealing whatever disturbed it. Even at the surface, the message is the same as in the abyss. I have been hit. Something is here. For scientists, every flash is evidence. A camera sees a pulse, then a pattern, then a creature that may never have been filmed in that behavior before. In the deep ocean, light is not decoration, it is data. And the deeper we go, the more important that data becomes. Pressure rises, food becomes rare, encounters become brief. A glow that lasts 1 second can reveal who is hunting, who is hiding, and who is calling for help. That is why the real mystery is not that the deep sea glows. The mystery is how much of that language we still cannot read. Most of the ocean has never been seen by human eyes, and most of its light shows happen without us. When cameras finally enter that world, they catch fragments. A blue spark, a red pulse, a glowing cloud, a chain of lights vanishing into black water. Each fragment is a sentence from a book we have barely opened. The deep sea is the largest living space on Earth, and it is not a dead black void. It is glittering, alive with signals, traps, warnings, disguises, and messages, all written in light. And every flash happens in a world that is trying to crush the animal making it. Cold water, huge pressure, almost no food. In that place, light is not decoration, light is engineering. From the twilight zone to the abyss, the deeper you go, the less sunlight matters. The ocean stops being lit by the sky above it and starts being lit by the creatures inside it. So the next time you picture the bottom of the ocean, do not imagine darkness. Imagine a sky, an endless black sky filled with living stars, each one a creature, glowing in a language we are only beginning to read. This is Phantom. Subscribe, and we will keep going deeper. This was Phantom. The deep is vast, and we have only just begun. Subscribe, and we will take you back into the dark on the next descent.